Iboan, it's Heshan here. So in my last video, I pinned a comment asking you guys what kind of toy that I should make next. And I got so many replies saying that you would like to see a toy that related to cats. So while brainstorming ideas, I saw my younger nephew playing with this piano kind of thing. I think this is called a xylophone. And at the same time, I had this catchy song stuck in my head from one of those funny videos on social media where cats sing happy birthday. You know, like meow, 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 meow. And that's when it hit me the idea, why not combine this toy with cat meows to make a cat piano. Okay, so as far as I understand, to play a song like Happy Birthday or most of the nursery rhymes, you need to have minimum of 8 keys on the piano. So for the cat piano we are making, I'm planning to stick with these 8 keys, but I want this to be expandable. So if we decide to play a song with wider range of notes, we can do that. Okay, so here's the plan. For each note or piano key, we will 3D print a small box. Inside each box, we will place a cat plushie along with the electronics, and then there will be a switch on the box, and when we press it, the cat will pop out and meow its assigned note. Alright, to make 8 piano boxes, these are the electronics we need. We got switches, Arduino microcontrollers, MP3 modules, SD cards, and then we got the amplifier boards, speakers, and servo motors. Okay, so we will start by building a prototype circuit on the breadboard, focusing only on the piano functionality. So for now, we won't include the servo motors in this circuit. Okay, so let's do this. Alright guys, so the circuit is all set up on the breadboard. When you look at it, there are wires going all over the place. It looks complex, but I got a good feeling this is gonna work. Let's find that out. Okay, so to test the circuit, these are the things I did in a nutshell. So as for the first step, I spent some time writing the code. And after writing it, I got my Arduino programmer, plugged that into my computer, and I started uploading the code. Then I did the same upload process for the rest of the Arduinos, and the good thing is, while I was doing it, there was no smoke coming out of the circuit. And for the next step, to generate piano tones, I borrowed my elder nephew's digital piano and played its last 8 keys while recording sound through the microphone. And after that, I separated the tones from the audio file and copied them onto micro SD cards and inserted the SD cards into MP3 modules. Then I got my bench power supply ready, hooked that up with the circuit, and powered it up. Okay guys, so the circuit is finally working. You can see it is up and running. So let me show you how it works. So in here, these switches correspond to the 8 notes of the piano. This is the note C, and this is note D, note E, note F, note G, note A, note B, and again note C but at a higher pitch. So let's play them all together. Alright, so I'm not sure if you guys heard it, but there's a noise coming from the circuit. I'm pretty sure that's because of the poor breadboard connections. Anyway, I think we can avoid that once we have the PCB. So designing the PCB is my next step. So let's move on to that. Okay, so this is the final outcome of the PCB layout, and this is how it's going to look once it's manufactured compared to the prototype. I have added a connector for the servo motor, but otherwise everything else remains the same. So now we need to get the PCBs manufactured, and that's where the sponsor of today's video comes in, and that is JLCPCB. I have been using their service for years and they consistently deliver high quality PCBs. The process from ordering to receiving the boards is pretty straightforward. You can just go to their website and upload the Gerber files of your PCB, and then customize the PCBs with the options like number of layers, PCB quantity, and solder mask color, etc. Once it is customized as per the requirements of your project, you can add it to the cart and then make the payment securely. I have added a link to their website in the description, so you can go and check them out. Alright guys, so the next thing is I need to find the perfect cat plushies for this toy. And the thing is, they gotta be small in size and I need to find 8 different looking cats. And the main thing is, they gotta be super cute. So for this, I think first I'll try local shops near me, and if I can't find any, I think I have to get them online. So let's go shopping.
Kitty cat, my kitty cat. She is my best buddy. Meow. She's white and black, talks loud and well. Listen and see if you can hear her. I like milk, sweet fat milk in the morning. Meow. I stay up late jumping most nights. Meow. My kitty cat, my.
So after doing a lot of shopping and visiting too many toy stores, I finally found these kitties. I think they're perfect. They're so cute and small in size. So yeah. So now that we have the cat plushies and have the dimensions, I can 3D model a piano box to put them in. So I drew a rough sketch to see how it's gonna look. So this is a one piano box. Since we have 8 kitties, we need to have 8 boxes like this. So to 3D model this design, I'm gonna use Fusion 360. Let's open it and start designing the box. I made a 3D model for the box and it ended up being bigger compared to the original sketch we had. That is mainly because I'm using bigger speakers. I didn't like the sound quality of speakers that we used in our prototype, so I'm using these 3-inch speakers instead. In this design, the circuit will be mounted in the front and the motor mechanism will be on the top. And if you're wondering what these holes are, they're for the magnets. So now that the design is ready, I can start 3D printing. So I got the PCBs and these look fantastic. I really like the quality of these. Let's go ahead and solder them. PCBs are ready. Next, I need to solder the speakers, switches, and then the connectors. So here are all the electronics and all the 3D printed parts. Before we begin the final assembly, we will check the electronics. If everything is working, we will start assembling the toy. Okay, so I have attached all the external components to the PCBs, and also I connected my bench power supply. Let's turn it on in 3, 2, 1. Any smoke? Yeah. Okay, it looks like it's working. We'll see. So the piano is working and the servo motors are working as well. If we talk about the circuit, the first PCB is the main board. The power supply is connected to this board. Both power and communication data are transmitted in series to the rest of the boards through these magnetic connectors. Perfect. The toy is finally complete. I spent quite a bit of time assembling this toy and I'm really happy how this turned out. I only had one issue while assembling this, and that was with the piano keys. When I pressed the keys in the center, they worked fine, but from the sides they didn't respond. So I ended up using 2 switches instead of just one in the middle to make it work better. Anyway, the most satisfying or the fun part of this toy is that we can simply separate the boxes like this and reattach them. You can see it's pretty much perfectly aligned. This is all thanks to the magnets we used. So in this way we can make more boxes and extend the piano if needed. So in this side of the piano we have the power connector, and also we have a switch. I added this switch so I can use it to change between different cat sounds. Right now we have 2 options. Here's the first one. These are more like human voiced cat sounds, and then there's this one which sounds more like real kitties. So now the moment you all been waiting for, playing this piano. Even though I made this, I'm not the best at playing, but for the last couple of days I've been practicing one song, and that is Happy Birthday. So here it goes. Finally, huge thanks to Duo Studio for creating this amazing cat sounds. They also made a music track for this, which you will see at the end of the video. And of course, thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to catch my next project, don't forget to subscribe my channel. And if you like to support my work, please consider joining my Patreon page. And now, let's see the final results.